Hassan ibn Thabit, poet of the Prophet, used poetry to defend Islam. The Sufis used music and dhikr to awaken love of Allah. Which story inspired you the most? Dawood, the Prophet, or Hassan? Do you know a verse or nasheed that resonates with you? Write it down. Can beauty be a form of worship? Yes. Not Tep 5. Analysis of Maher Zain's songs. God willing, reminds Allah in times of difficulty, inspires patience and confidence. Ya Nabi Salam Alayka, nasheed of love for the Prophet, recited before sleep by many. For the rest of my life. Values halal affection in the couple, gratitude to Allah. Melody reveals the heart. Rapprochement or distraction. Music doesn't change the heart, it reveals it. Your favorite song and why. Do you believe that Maher Zain sincerely helps people get closer to Allah? Yes. Now after listening you feel peaceful, guilty, motivated, emotional. Step 6. Counter-arguments and responses. Objection 1. Music leads to sin. Answer. It all depends on the intention and the effect. Objection 2. Scholars have unanimously declared music haram. Answer. There is divergence among the Imam, diversity is permitted. Objection 3. Even if it is halal, it can deceive the soul. Answer. Observing your heart after listening allows you to know if it is beneficial or not. Which objection spoke to you the most? Have you ever used these arguments? Share your experience. A word on how you handle disagreements. Respect, anger, curiosity, confusion. Step 7. Personal position and practical advice. Maher Zain is, in my opinion, conditionally permitted. If pure words, sincere intention, beneficial effect, remembrance of Allah. Otherwise, avoid. Practical advice. Check your intention, set limits. Choose healthy content. Observe your heart using beauty to worship. Agree or disagree. And why? Which principle speaks to you most? Intention, boundaries, content, heart, worship. A small change you will make in your music consumption. Share your story, vote for your favorite song, discuss respectfully, tag a friend. Your answers may be presented anonymously to encourage discussion. We explored the topic of Haram / halal in Maher Zain's music. Scholarly opinions, real stories, Quranic narrations, and song analysis. Music reveals the heart. It can bring one closer to Allah or distract. 2. O Allah, guide our hearts to what pleases you. Protect us from distractions and allow us to benefit from beauty to draw closer to you. Purify our intentions and make our actions sincere. Peace and blessings be upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If this video made you think, write Ameen. Share a key lesson, tag a friend who might benefit from this discussion. Have you ever listened, God willing, by Maher Zain, felt your heart soften, maybe even shed a tear, then suddenly thought, is it haram? You are not alone. Across the Muslim world, from Cairo to Kuala Lumpur, from London to Lagos, millions of Muslims are asking this same question. Maher Zain's music touches the soul. His lyrics speak of Allah, gratitude, and the Prophet, peace be upon him. Yet, the debate rages. Is music ever allowed in Islam? Some scholars say that all music is haram. The rhythm itself corrupts the heart. Others argue that nasheeds and spiritual melodies are a modern form of preaching, inviting people to Allah through art and beauty. And here's the real dilemma. What happens when something inspires us to believe, but others call it forbidden. In this video, we'll go deep, beyond opinions and excerpts. We will explore real stories from today, young Muslims torn between faith and art, as well as stories from the Qur'an and Sunnah showing how Allah and His messengers used voice and beauty to awaken hearts. Comment now. Do you listen to Maher Zain? Yes, no, sometimes. In 3 words, describe what you feel when listening to his songs. If you've ever argued about whether music is haram or halal, write fire in the comments. Now let's begin this journey. Maher Zain. Is it haram in Islam? Bismillah. Step 1. Context. Background. Before judging whether Maher Zain is haram or halal, one must understand who he really is and why his art touches so many people. Born in Lebanon and raised in Sweden, Maher Zain grew up between 2 worlds, one deeply spiritual, the other deeply modern. Like many of us, he sought meaning, fame, and faith simultaneously. After working with major Western producers, he left everything behind, clubs, glamour, success, to devote himself to Islamic music. Son premier album, Thank You Allah 2009, became a global phenomenon. From Indonesia to Morocco. Songs like God Willing, For the Rest of My Life, and Ya Nabi Salam Alayka have become anthems for millions of Muslims trying to stay connected to their faith in a noisy world. But not everyone applauded. Some saw it as a beacon of halal art, bringing youth back to spirituality. Others warned, no matter how pure the words, music is music. It distracts from the remembrance of Allah. The question is therefore not only melodic, it concerns intention, effect, and balance. Which Maher Zain song touched you the most? Why? Tag a friend who listens to Maher Zain but has questions about halal/haram. On a scale of 1 to 5, how close do you feel to his message? Step 2. Islamic principles on music. To know if Maher Zain is haram or halal, we must return to the sources of Islam, Qur'an, Sunnah, and the scholars. The truth, Muslims never completely agree on music. Some classical scholars, like Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim, considered music with instruments as corrupting the heart. They quote the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ warns against instruments. Others, like Al-Ghazali and some Shafi'is and Malikis, believe that music is not inherently haram if it inspires the remembrance of Allah. It may even be rewarded. Even during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, nasheeds and poetry were present at weddings and festivals. Immoral lyrics were rejected, but melody that brought one closer to God was permissible. Today, scientists like Yusuf al-Qaradawi or Omar Suleiman emphasize the balance. If music brings one closer to Allah, it may be permissible. If it distracts from prayer or leads to sin, it must be avoided. The heart decides. Music reveals what is already inside. Vote A. All music is haram. B. Only certain types. C. Music is permissible if it inspires good. Which scholar or argument convinces you the most? A sentence about what music does to your heart. Calm, distraction, or reflection. Step 3. Real stories and contemporary cases. This question is not theoretical. It is experienced by millions of Muslims. Story 1. Hamza, YouTuber in Pakistan. He posts a cover of Ya Nabi Salam Alayka, receives criticism and insults. After studying, he adds the remembrance of Allah at the end of his videos. Story 2. Family in Indonesia. The father forbids music. The daughter cries while listening, God willing, saying that it brings her closer to Allah. The father understands the role of the intention. Story 3. Ahmad, singer in Malaysia. A former pop star, he turns to nasheeds inspired by Maher Zain to awaken faith in the public. Share your story about music and faith, anonymously if you wish. Which story touched you the most? Hamza 1, Indonesia 2 or Ahmad 3? Have you ever been criticized for something that brought you closer to Allah? Yes. No. Step 4. Stories from the Qur'an and Sunnah. Dawood, David, peace be upon him. Allah gave him the Zabur and a voice so beautiful that mountains and birds praised Allah with him. Qur'an 34:10. The Prophet ﷺ allowed young girls to sing at Eid and weddings. Immoral sounds were rejected, noble lyrics encouraged.